Hi, fight fans, welcome back again to another episode with the African Fighters. And on today's episode, we'll be giving you a roundup of everything happening in the world of combat sports. Stay with us. Alright, and UFC 102 just went down. Nigeria's Juliet Uka defeated South African Crystal Van Wyk at UFC 102. Van Wyk just couldn't contend with the Nigerian fighters' power in the strawweight division. Uka looked collected and composed as she picked her shots and kept Van Wyk at bay. This ultimately resulted in a unanimous decision victory over the South African. Nigerian Juliet Uka wants a title shot next after defeating Crystal at UFC 102. Alright, now moving to the main event of UFC 102. Makome claimed welterweight gold by submitting Zico Makengele in the first round of their UFC 102 bout. Zico came into this fight undefeated in the EFC before coming up against Mahum, whom needed just one round to dispose of the Gorilla and win the welterweight title. Team CIT's home is also hoping to join Dricus Du Plessis and Cameron Simon in the UFC. Team CIT doing great things and putting Africa on the map. It was a pretty interesting match. Omo is a veteran of the sport, used his long leg to keep the champion at bay during the opening seconds of the round before going in for the grapple and tying up Makengele. Makengele tried to use his power to break free, but ultimately Omo showed his experience and skill and took the back of the champion. He then proceeded to sink in very tight rear naked chokes, forcing the Gorilla to tap out and becoming the UFC welterweight champion. Right now, moving on, Joyce will look to put himself firmly in frame for a world title shot this summer by seeing off fellow hard-hitting giant Zhang on Saturday night. Joyce won the vacant WBO interim heavyweight title by KOing Joseph Parker in Manchester last September. Joyce has a perfect 15-0 record in his professional career so far, and another win over Zhang will set him up for a world title bout. China's Big Bang, on the other hand, has a 24-1-1 record, with his only pro defeat coming to Filip Hrgovic last summer in the undercard of Usyk versus Joshua. Zhang will want to banish memories of that tight loss and stun Joyce in London. Zhang has gone on to say that Joyce will be undone by a perfect KO punch in the heavyweight clash on Saturday. Big matchup to look forward to. Alright, now moving on, Rafion Stutz will fight Patchy Mix in the Bellator Bantamweight World Grand Prix finals, with the winner receiving $1 million. The winner of the fight will also be the next challenger for the Bantamweight Championship. Sabatello, who previously lost to Rafion Stutz in a close matchup, gave his honest opinion of who he thinks will be victorious between Stutz and Minx at Bellator 295. Yeah, they are both not very good. They are both very sloppy. I would say they are both brown guys. I think Patchy would potentially catch Stutz in the first couple of rounds when they are both dry in Vaseline and the blood and the sweat isn't dripping. When it gets more slippery and if it goes past the first couple of rounds, I think Stutz has more of an advantage, said Sabatello. He added that he didn't care who won the fight and he would definitely be able to beat both of them. Right now, moving on, Alex Pereira has announced that his next UFC bout will be at 205 pounds. Portman announced the move on his YouTube channel on Wednesday night. Pereira is coming off a loss to Israel Adesanya in a middleweight championship rematch in the UFC 287 headliner this past Saturday. Pereira stated that he felt he had done his work at 185 and now he was feeling good to move up to 205 pounds. He added that when he feels good, moving up a division becomes a natural thing for him and that he feels it's the right time to do so. Pereira also clarified that he had always made weight in the 185 division despite doubts from some people, but now he believes moving up to the next division will be better for him. PFL champ Sadiq Usai aims to put on a show against Gerard Al-Silawi at the 2023 PFL 3. 4 straight victories in 2022 led side to the championship and a $1 million prize, and he's ready to do it all over again. His 2023 campaign will start off in the main event showdown against Jara Al-Silawi at the PFL 3 and the theater at the Virgins Hotel. Sai told reporters at Wednesday's media day that it was hard for him because he truly felt like he knew what it took to win. He explained that he knew the path to victory and what he needed to do to prepare for each fight based on what he did last season to find the right regimen for his body and his mind. This gave him a sense of security. But at the same time, he went on to say that a fight is a fight, and so he will always expect the unexpected. He also went on to say that he expects his opponent to come out and give it his all. Alright, now the saga between Israel Adesanya and Dricus Du Plessis continues. At UFC 287, Adesanya reclaimed the middleweight title with a spectacular second-round knockout of his longtime rival Alex Pereira. It was a triumphant moment for Adesanya, who in the aftermath laid the foundation for a future challenge, despite refusing to mention Du Plessis by name. He threatened to drag his carcass across South Africa.
Because you got to choose your words wisely when you speak on people that have come before you. people that paved the way for you. You got to pick your words wisely. You want to try and be a big boy. You want to bamba. You want to G with the big boys.
And Du Plessis has expressed his willingness to give him a chance to do that. He responded to the threats made by his opponent saying, does he think I'm scared of him? I'm not scared of that man. Du Plessis further explained that he did not take kindly to threats and that making threats did not work in the place where he's from. He challenged his opponent by saying, if you want to make threats, come and show me how you will drag my carcass around. I would love to see you try. He also went on to say that UFC Africa is far away from being done. In his words, he said it's probably going to happen next year. I don't want to wait that long. I will beat this man this year. Alright, now former UFC bantamweight champion Juliana Pena has come out to say that it wasn't Amanda Nunes' idea to compete in a trilogy. In her words, she said Amanda told her to go and fight Irene if she wants to compete for the belt. But I don't know how Irene comes up in this conversation. We are one-on-one. This is the biggest women MMA fight in history. It's a rocky story. I think the UFC also knows how to do business, and they know how to do big business and make big fights. It's the only fight that I want. According to Pena, she was initially asked to fight Aldana and clashed with the UFC over the choice. Eventually, the promotion shifted to a trilogy, but couldn't get Nunes to agree. They said that if she didn't fight against me, she would be stripped, and so she had no choice but to fight me. She doesn't want to fight me, and that is what they have told me. But she's being forced to fight because that's the only fight that makes sense. Juliana Pena has started a war of words with Amanda Nunes leading up to their highly anticipated matchup for the trilogy. And so that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. Have a wonderful day.